So good evening, friends. Now we begin with current market data. Minutes ago, the Fed funds rates unchanged as expected. 96% of the trading world was expected that decision, but there is only one sentence that is very important. Jerome Powell mentioned, and the sentence is, inflation has elevated. And the two words, inflation, elevated, that will from now on rule 2025. It means that we will have a lot of bearish pressure on the markets, and we can see also very big volatility. So we are short in Nasdaq, in S+P500, in euro, because also of European destabilization and new elections in February 2025, and also in oil, but we are long in Bitcoin and gold. The DeepSeek affair of or AI sworn fears has been eased. We have seen that a lot of deep players, deep buyers started to buy massively Nvidia. That is, in my opinion, a very risky share. Okay, as a trader, of course, every trader trading that stock trying to make profits, but for holders is a very, very questionable and very risky asset. And the gain of yesterday was about 9% rise of Nvidia stock, but it's not over, because a lot of new events and reports, especially regarding AI and especially Nvidia, are and will be published soon, not only this week, but especially in next month, in February. There are a lot of traders who say, okay, February is typical Nvidia month, but in trading, every day is a special day for any kinds of asset. I don't personally understand those people, but okay, that's their problem and not our matter. So personally, I am also short in Nvidia since 6 weeks ago. So we are in very big profit. Maybe some mentions now, especially to Bitcoin, that now in this year, typically gold and Bitcoin are connected together, meaning if gold went up, then Bitcoin and other crypto assets came down. But this time it's something special. And it seems that now a lot of people see in Bitcoin really an hedging instrument. We have seen during the last months especially that everybody was talking about Bitcoin as a hedging instrument, but Bitcoin was losing every time inflation went up and take down. Bitcoin fall also deeper and deeper and cause a lot of trouble, suffering, and losses for holders. Not this time, not in 2025. In 2025, Bitcoin definitely, and I see also Bitcoin definitely as a hedging instrument like gold. Why? Because now finally we have a lot of regulation that is wiping out and hiding away the scam, the Ponzi's out of this market. It means that this market getting also regulated more and more, and that's something I personally am happy about. Therefore, Bitcoin is bullish, definitely bullish, is very strong bullish. It can happen that around 102.90, 103, or maybe a little higher, we will have a pullback. It's not a sign of crash, it's just profit taking of day traders, but we will see also higher prices. In gold has a little bit trouble at this moment. Silver is also slipping a little bit, but these three, gold, Bitcoin, silver, and copper, and other precious metals are starting now to rise. Also, commodity markets, especially corn, cacao, wheat, and they have woken up and they are awaked, starting to rise again, and that's a sure sign that inflation is slowly but under the surface beginning to awake again, to get heater, and that will cause a lot of problems for the market. Falsely, a lot of people or a lot of so-called gurus and entrepreneurs like Ray Dalio. So I know the guy, but I don't like his analysis because nearly 90% of his analysis, and that's very interesting for someone who is a billionaire, have been wrong in the past, is talking about debt. Well, debt is something the new normal, and debt is the reason that the US dollar and the fiat currencies are living or are working or has been used, because without debt or trade balance deficit of the United States, dollar will lose its power, and that's something the institutions, especially the big institutions, do not want. This is also the reason that also at this moment we have a very high US dollar, while euro and the other indices are dipping down. The bonds market has been bullish since 2 hours, are massive profit takings also there. And we will see now how the new 6-week cycle from now on is starting. The next meeting of FOMC is on March the 19th, and that's also shortly before the expiration, the futures expiry days. So also there we will see very, very big volatilities. Last not least, today and tomorrow, and also on Friday, especially tonight and tomorrow, we will see a lot of earning reports of Apple, of Microsoft, and the big Magnificent Seven and the others, especially the tech companies. But also this week, a lot of S+P500 companies are releasing the earnings. So that's affecting the market. And it seems that the market has started to move ahead of those earnings. They are not expecting something good. They're smelling some blood on the streets. And therefore, the decline and the bearish pressure that has been started this morning since the Asia session is continuing, is exactly the opposite move of yesterday. So trade well, trade safe, and make your decisions, because now the markets are open for you to trade. Have a good time.